5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, how you doing? So I'm going to try to do another episode of What Do I Know, but today we're going to do a tutorial. So I'm learning how to use OBS to make these videos better. For whatever reason, I really can't tell you right now, but I'm trying to work on these videos to, you know, just kind of make them a little better. So today we're going to learn how to use a EOS Rebel T3i as a webcam, and as always, welcome to the show. So I got this really neat Canon EOS Rebel. It's not mine, it's the university's. They let me use it. It is by far better than any camera that I've ever owned in my personal life. It's even a pretty good video camera. So I mean, I think it's a pretty awesome camera itself. But we have a problem with it because it's got a USB out, but I can't use it as a webcam, and I'd much rather use it as a webcam than the webcam I'm using right now. The webcam that I'm using right now is it's a Logitech 1080p. It's actually a pretty good camera. I've often wished I had a camera like this, and this is just a dumb webcam. So so what I would really like to use is that EOS Rebel as a webcam. So we're going to figure out exactly how we do that. Step one, well, if you have a disc, if you have the EOS Rebel disc, that'll help things out a lot. It's actually made my life a lot easier because the availability of the software online, it's not as available as I would like it, especially for the T3i. But so what we would do, otherwise, is we would go to go to Google and try to find it, and we can go to the Canon USA, and it's gonna give you a lot of options. The T3i is right here, but see, when we click on it, I can show you that we have style editor, but we do not have the EOS utility. We have the updater, but we do not have the EOS utility. Now, I've actually, whoops. Well, anyway, I've actually found it. It just took a lot of Googling to actually find. So I gotta get rid of that. Anyway, so what we're gonna have to do here, and this is gonna be a little bit difficult because OBS is on the screen and I'm using it right now. And last couple of times I did this, I obscured everything that I was actually doing. So this is it's going to be a lot of fun trying to get this to actually work here. But let's just go to my desktop. We can do that like by this. The first time I did this, it was a little distracting because I had every square inch filled up by icons, but I cleaned up my desktop this time around. So what we have to do is if you get the EOS utility, we go to the EOS utility right here, and it's going to come up and it's going to give us some options. And you notice a lot of these options are actually grayed out right here. Let's get rid of studio mode. A lot of these options are actually grayed out right here. What we have to do is we have to turn on the camera. It's hooked up right now, and with the USB and everything, and you see these light up. So let's camera settings and remote settings is where we kind of need to go here. So it gives us this neat interface, and we need this, but we kind of need it out of the way, just out of the way. So what we need is this live shoot function right here. And we heard my camera click on, and so we see that we have a whole window that's just really in the way here. I'll move my OBS a little bit more off screen here so we can actually just see what's going on. So a couple of things is we have this facial detection thing going on right here, so we got to get rid of it. And there are problems you're going to have the first time around, because the first time around I think face detect was actually turned on here, and oh my gosh, it freaked out. Anyways, but we have to turn it off. We see, because we don't want anything covering us up here. This is what we're actually going to be using here. So we're gonna capture in this window, and that's not a, it's, you know, that's it could be easier than it is, I guess. So we could move this a little bit off. So what we're going to have to do here is go back to OBS and so infinite anyway. So what we would do is we have a lot of stuff going on here, but that's because of all the bells and whistles I've been doing so far. So we can add, and we will add another window capture. So add window capture number 2. We were already using window capture number 1 with the Firefox window I had open and closed. So it comes up already, and you see we have a couple of different things here, but we want to use the remote live view window. So this looks okay. Let's plug it in. So when we see it comes up like right there in front of my OBS. So I'm gonna have to move it out of the way a little bit just to show you guys exactly what's going on here. And you know, this could be a little easier, but let me move that a little bit off so you can see what's going on here. Anyway, so I know it gets confusing because I mean, this is different than this, and this is different than this, and you know, so we're in OBS right now, and there's a couple of ways I can do this. I can either just make, whoopsie, we can just make this big and just try to fill up the whole screen with my face, but that doesn't always work as well as you'd think it would work. I tried doing that for an earlier thing, and it just didn't work out that good at all. So what we do is we hold down Alt, and then we hold down one of these side buttons here. You see it turns green, and we can use it to actually crop. So we can crop this image a little bit and make it work out just a little bit better. That way that, there we go. See, because this is still up here, and we don't want to show the rest of this window, and we can actually just move this window just right off the screen, and now what we're doing is all OBS. So we can make this big enough to fill up the entire screen, just the entire screen right there, and that's actually doing pretty good. So I'm going to turn off my display capture because that's not really going to help us any, and I'm going to turn on my capture device, and I'm just going to we're going to try to do a split screen thing going on here. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and this, oops, that was not what I thought it was. Okay. And this a little bit smaller so we can see both of them. So we do have a couple of different lighting issues going on here. However, this Logitech cam is not bad, but it's soft. It has some focus problems. The autofocus from the EOS actually looks a lot better. It's a much better camera, to tell you the truth. But the webcam works pretty good too. So I mean, I can use these. And honestly, if we went back to studio mode, I could really easily, transition between the two of them. So that's how to set up an EOS Rebel as a webcam. Not really sure that this is relevant for anyone at this moment, but you know what? I had a lot of fun making this, and I don't know. I guess I just always have fun making these. So, have a good day.